is here today, and I'm going to be bringing you a video on a program for iOS and Mac called Eggshell, written by Lucas Jackson, who is an iOS and InfoSec developer. Um, this tool was originally released for iOS in Safari 9.3.3, I believe, and it's basically a post-exploitation surveillance pen test tool written in Python, so essentially a RAT written for iOS products. I do not believe this works anymore. This was at the cost of the 9.3.4 update or 9.3.5, but I'm not completely sure because this was such a big deal about around a year ago, I believe. But this exploit still works for Mac OS, and I'll be showing you how to use it because I haven't seen any YouTubers who actually have MacBook Pros or know how to use this. So this did take me a while to figure out. I'm trying to get more. You can get more into depth with it, but I'm basically going to tell you a little bit about what Eggshell is. It was formerly recognized as like Neon Eggplant, I believe. And I'll show you really quick who wrote it. Yeah, so this guy's Lucas Jackson. So it was called Neon Eggplant, yep. And so he's an iOS developer, and it works for InfoSec. And I'll leave his link in the description. But here's his Twitter. This guy's really cool. He has like the coolest ideas for projects and stuff. But yeah, so here's his website. He has all these different projects for the Raspberry Pi, Eggshell, jailbroken apps, and his own iOS applications. Today we're going to be focusing on Eggshell for MacBook. So basically, I'm going to show you how. I'm not going to show you how the iOS version works. It's the exact same thing essentially. But basically, what you're going to do is he has this tool that's kind of based off of the Metasploit project that he has kind of made and dumbed it down and just made it like a lot more easier to use. But it's written in Python, which I think is really cool. And he has all these simple, just these simple one-line or one-word or to two-word commands. And I'll just show you like kind of what you can do with these commands, because it's just really cool. And for his video, he has a video right here. He has two videos on YouTube, which I found really cool. So on this video, really quick, he has like this Arduino compatible Digispark development board. So it's basically like a bad USB, I believe, or like a USB rubber ducky where it detects as a keyboard. You put it inside this phone right here, and this dummy, I believe, yeah, Samsung Galaxy S6 phone. So it's just basically just proof of concept. It had the eggshell command payload built into it. So basically, as he plugs into the MacBook right here, you'll see here in a sec. You can see on the server side right here, it's kind of like a Metasploit. That'll be session connected because the payloads run through the Arduino, run through here, and you can see it automatically types a command in. And I'm not going to show you how to do that, but I'll show you basically how to make the session. And forgive me because I'm running VirtualBox on MacBook, and we all know MacBooks aren't even that great for power sources in the first place. But there's all these commands on here, and he has all these instructions on his website. You can put them inside. Xcode, which is like an iOS development app for like MacBook and stuff. It's written in C+ or C or something like that, but I'm not really sure how to use that. But if you have more, I'm sure you can watch videos on YouTube how to make apps, but you can inject the payload in apps. So say if you're to share like more of a legit way to share apps with someone, more of like kind of like a, because this is really sketchy I'll show you how this works, but if you basically inject the payload in like legit applications. So I'm not encouraging activity, but I thought this was really illegal activity, but I thought this was really cool. So yeah, here's the Arduino injection payload. So I was kind of thinking, I was emailing him, and this guy is really cool and nice. And I was kind of having my own idea. I kind of want to put it in an iPhone, which I thought would be really cool. But he's really nice and kind of got back to me. So that might be a future video if I actually get that going. But you can see there's more commands and instructions on this website that I'll have in the description. Sorry. But let's head over to the GitHub page that he has provided. So basically, which I'll show you how to install it, but he has more detail on his website for like all the information, some commands that he has available. So I'll just show you really quick how to install it. So I'm gonna head over to my Paired OS virtual machine. So this might be a little bit laggy, but what you basically want to do is open up a root terminal. And now I'm going to go CD desktop for visualization purposes, just to make this like easier as usual. Sudo su to get into root permissions, and I'm going to clear this so you can see what I'm doing. I'm not going to run. So basically, I'm not going to run the internet through here because I don't want to lag this virtual machine. Basically, what you want to do on your Kali Linux machine or your Parrot or whatever Linux machine, it works on it even works on Macs. You don't even need Linux for this. You can just use the MacBook terminal. But basically what you want to do is just the standard copy the link for this GitHub thing, and or you download the zip file, but I'm just going to show you guys how to copy this. And I'm going to go git clone and paste this right here, or can't paste it since it's virtual machine. I haven't set up that setting yet, but you're just basically going to want to paste it in there. So it's going to clone into eggshell, and basically what you want to do is go cd eggshell, and I'm going to list all the components or everything in the folder. And as you can see, the folder right here is on the desktop. It'd be the same thing, but so basically what you're going to want to do is type this with the one literally easy command just for the dependencies. So go to easy install _install space pycrypto, and that basically just installs all the dependencies required for this thing to work. So I'm going to go clear. So now we're going to type python eggshell.py. Essentially this is just going to give us several different options which you can choose from. So the first one is to start a single listener, or it's kind of like what I said before, Metasploit, or you can make a multi-server, so you can like listen to several different people who you've infected. Or the third option, which I click is 3, is to create the payload. So this is just going to be by default, it automatically gives you your local area network IP address. So that's kind of cool. You don't have to type in ifconfigure anything. So I'm just going to press enter, and it even gives you the default out port, so enter as well. And so basically here's the malicious script. This is basically where most YouTubers leave their videos off at. So this is basically what you're going to want to infect, or what put inside of like the application if you know how to infect. Or we're just gonna, for our case, just to show you how this actually works. And the only way I actually know how to make it work is we're just gonna copy this, and you're gonna basically gonna run this in the terminal of the victim machine. So basically, I'm gonna go over here to my Mac desktop and I'm gonna open up. You can go to Spotlight search really quick, or you can just go to your applications folder and search for terminal. And sorry, this is really slow because this is an older computer and I'm running VirtualBox, which slows the crap out of your computer. So I'm gonna open up a terminal really quick. I already have it open. So basically, what you're going to do is just all you have to do is like say you had access to someone's computers for like a second. What you basically want to do is just like copy this over. So I have an older. Let's see here. I have an older payload that. Yeah, so right here, I'm just going to swap that IP address out. So, but basically you guys would just copy and paste it into the victim's browser, or terminal. But once again, I'm not supporting any legal purposes. This is just for a demonstration and to show you how crazy this is. Oh, okay, yeah, so first you have to run the server, so yes. And then basically, from now on, you're going to want to either run a single server or multi-server, or you can just press yes. But if you ever want to use it again, just press, you don't have to make another payload. You just have to go back to the server. So now that's why it didn't work, 'cause it said connection refused. So now if I try it again with that IP address, it should connect. And it won't actually say anything happened, but that's where it's really crazy. So I made like a fake name. Here's my actual like name, but then I just made like this is what my computer shows up on like for networks. So it shows you that the session's been opened. So if you go help right here, it gives you like 4 different options. So interact, close, and the sessions. So you can list like the current sessions, and so sessions, and it says the current people who have connected to it. So if I went, this is session 1. Not ignore the total session, just the session number. So session 1. So you go take this interact right here, go interact 1, and basically now you've developed something similar to a Metasploit session, which I think is really cool for a MacBook. And even, I mean, you can close if the victim completely quit out of the terminal, it still operates, which is insane. But if you press help right here, it's going to give you a bunch of commands you can go through. But kind of briefly go over that really quick. But they have the standard shell commands, so you can go just the simple stuff. You can change directories on the desktop. You can list the current directory. You can download files from that computer. So I can show you that really quick too. Upload. You can upload files. So say you have more malicious files, or like if you upload whatever. Get paste. Sometimes people copy and paste their passwords, or just whatever. You can see what they copy and pasted last. Mic. I'll show you how to use that really quick. Picture. That's kind of self-explanatory. Screenshot. That's really cool. So you can see if like they're kind of active, or you can just see what they're doing. Get Facebook. I believe this only works. This either is patched or it only works for people who have Firefox on their MacBooks. You can see the current. You can you can set the brightness on their computer, which I think is really funny. Get volume. You can see what the current volume level is on their computer. You can set the volume, so you can go get volume to see what it's at and then change it. Idle time to see how far they've been away from their computer or the last time their keyboard or cursor was touched. Keyboard, I haven't really understood how to work that one out yet, but it basically, I believe, so say they had like a notepad or iMessage open or something, you can screenshot it and then go open up keyboard and it says your keyboard is their keyboard, so then you can start typing. iMessage, you can send messages to anyone you want without in the background. Open URL, open a link, so say you have like a malicious IP address that you made with like social engineering toolkit. I think that'd be really cool. Play iTunes music, pause iTunes music, previous, next, just all for iTunes. You can kind of read these on your own. Process ID number, prompt, that's really cool. I'll show you those two, how they work. Lasagne or whatever. Is it lasagna? It's not lasagna. It's lasagne or something. It's some YouTuber that I've known forever. Just uploaded this video on how to use it. It's really cool, but it's basically retrieves the passwords from. It only works on Firefox and this. But basically, the first command you want to do is persistence. So if I type persistence, I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. But basically, I'm just pretending like this is like a different computer from here. So if you run persistence, that basically makes a listener that connects back every 60 seconds. So you can run this payload basically forever. Whenever you open up a listener, it should always be there in that local area network. I think this is really cool, but let me just show you some of the commands I can do. And so I'll go from top to bottom. So I'll go ls really quick. Let's see. Yeah, so it's basically the same thing as like a terminal. You basically drop the shell into the system. So I can go cd Brett, and then ls, and then I can go cd desktop, and I can go make directory. If you have common knowledge on how to like operate around with the shell, so I can go make directory video, right? And so now you can see on the victim's desktop right here, I made a directory called video, and you go rm dir video, it removes the directory, and now you can see it's gone, which I think is really cool. But I don't know if I can clear. Okay, and next I'll just type help again. You can change. Oh, you can delete files. Let's see, download files. So go ls. And then if I wanted to, I can go, let's see here, find like one of my school documents right here. So I can go right here, I can go copy, and go download, paste, and now you can go to eggshell and data, I believe, and here's that file, which is pretty cool. It's like a Microsoft Word thing I had, but you can do anything I believe with that. And just copy and paste, and then if you do the same thing, upload. I don't have any files to upload, but if I went like this, create document, text, txt file, and I'm just going to name it, let me rename this really quick, demo, open this up, display, and I'll say demonstration, and I'm going to go save that now. But basically what I want to do is just copy the path of the file, so I'm just going to go like this, right click, copy, upload space, paste, and it's just going to upload the file to the, oh, okay. Get rid of this file right here, just copy that first, / then copy the rest of it, I believe, upload. And now, as you can see over here, here's demo.txt right here, and you can just open that with whatever text editor, the text editor that's built into the computer, so you can just say like I hacked you or something. Let's see what else we can do. So we can get paste. I just turned my computer on, so I don't have anything in the paste bar. Download, upload, get paste, mic. So if I went like this, if I went mic, record, or I just type in mic right here, and it gives you the option to record or stop. So you go mic, record. So now it'll start listening, and basically listening into the computer. It's kind of creepy, but I think it's really cool too for just kind of, I think this is just more proof of concept. So go mic, stop. And now right here I can go to the, move this to the trash, open up the eggshell file, and I'm going to go to data again, and right here I'm going to open with just a sound player. So now it'll start listening, and basically listening into the computer. So I don't know if you can hear that well, but basically it just records in the background of what's going on, which I think is really cool. See, minimize out of this really quick, and I'll show you some more things. Is you can, let's see here, picture, which I'm not going to do. That just takes a quick picture, but that does turn the light on for the camera. Screenshot, I could do that really quick. And right here, this is not really going to work that well, but since it's basically, I'm in a virtual machine, but it works. That's really cool. So you can see they're doing screenshot. Get Facebook. That's not going to work. I tried that unless they have unless they have Firefox or Safari, which I don't use. Brightness. So if you want, only two commands I know for that are brightness 0, which basically makes their screen dark. Even if their brightness, when they adjust it, it'll still say if it's at full or whatever they had it set at before. Or you can go at brightness 100, and that'll just make it the max brightness, which you guys can't see as well because it just wouldn't work with the screen recording. So I can go idle time or get volume. So get vol. So it'll show. So it's at 76%. So if I would set vol, and I want 100. Now if I say get vol, the volume's at 100. So if I want set vol volume 0, get vol, so it's at 0. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool too. You can also do idle time, which I think is literally the most useful thing. So you can see if they're at their computer or not. So basically it just tells you if they've touched their computer or not, whether they touched their computer or not, or the last time they touched it. So and it'll go by seconds. It'll say up to 300 seconds until the computer basically shuts off, I believe. iMessage. Keyboard, I don't really know how to use that. You just literally type keyboard, and that just starts typing in whatever they're using. I can't really demonstrate that either. iMessage, and I'll open iMessage up in the background, and you send the recipient. So if I was to say demo at iCloud.com and enter the message, what's up, it would basically just send. But I don't really want to slow my computer down any more than it already is. So let me get back in the session really quick, and I can go and do open URL, which I think is really cool for the malicious. So you had the malicious IP address that had the malicious file on there, or you just had a phishing website or just something like that. You can go open URL. You have to go HTTP and then 172 dot whatever you made your malicious link as, or you can just go mess with them and go open URL, and I'll go just for demonstration google.com, and over here you can see that it'll, whoops, oh you have to go, okay, open URL https / google.com. Now it should technically work. Yep, it automatically opens it, so they don't, you could just, even if they close out of it, you can just keep opening it up, which I thought was really funny. Minimize out of this really quick. And I think the coolest commands, you guys can kind of play with the rest, but I think the coolest one is prompt. So if I'm like this, prompt, and I was over here just doing whatever, basically what's going to occur is this legit system preferences thing, and it's basically going to prompt you for your administrator password. So say I was going to type in you could kind of had your computer, you say they knew that somebody was messing with their computer and they had no idea what was going on. Okay, it's just like, oh well, I don't trust this, so I'm gonna type in like a fake password. So I'm just gonna go like hello 123, and then right here is just gonna give you that that kind of like key logged output. And would you like to try for root? Yes. Well, basically it failed getting administrator privileges on the computer because that's a fake password. So basically, if you keep going prompt, and I made a fake password for this YouTube video, so I'm gonna go YouTube, which is the password I just set, an exclamation point, which is the actual password currently for the computer. Press OK. Now it's gonna give you that output, and you can just press yes for, and it's gonna give you, it's gonna escalate privileges, which I think is really cool. Or if, say, it times out or something like that, and you stole the password, go interact. Well, and I'm gonna go back to that session, and I'm gonna go, and you go right here, SU login. So SU and YouTube exclamation point, and that will basically say you timed out before, and then I'll basically just get you back in that session, which I think is really cool. And the final command is, you can mess around with this if they have Firefox, then rm persistence, which removes that persistence just in case like they ever like reported you or they're looking through your computer for anything suspicious, so you can remove that persistence. And basically that just concludes what you can do. I mean, I think there's a lot more you can do in depth with this, like especially with the links and uploading files and downloading files. But once again, I'm not going to encourage anything for illegal. This is just really cool, I thought, and the credit to that Lucas Jackson guy. I think he's like really cool and just really smart. I think it's awesome what he's done, just to show how everyone buys Apple computers, just an Apple product, just to show how you know, people always buy this stuff just for security reasons, even though it's not really secure and you can't really ever keep anything secure. This guy's just kind of making this thing, just proving his points. And you can still do this stuff for iOS, and if you guys ever figure anything out for injecting payloads and applications for Xcode or anything like that, let me know, because I think that would be really cool to airdrop people files. I'm trying to figure that out, where you can airdrop people applications or something like that would automatically like basically make a batch file that would execute this, which I think would be really cool. But I'm having kind of issues with permissions. But if you guys have any ideas on how you can implement this, please let me know, and I'll leave my email in the description. But thanks. I hope this video helped us some way. And sorry it's so long, but I just kind of wanted to go a little bit more in depth with it. If you have any issues with using this, just leave a comment in the description or just email or reach out to me. And yeah, I hope this helps. Like, subscribe, share, and peace out.